Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. So gold and silver prices are up, and I'm going to be sharing why. Right now, gold is at $1,506, up $1.70. Silver is at $17.73, and it's almost to that $18 range again. Usually, when it hits that $18 range, that's when it starts to catch momentum. That's when media starts covering it. That's when people start getting faith in it and start investing. So the price usually rises much faster once it passes that threshold. We also see platinum at $891, up $3. We see palladium at $1,663, up $6. So I found this article from Kitco. It was actually written a couple minutes ago, about 10 minutes ago. So it is definitely fresh off the press, and the link will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself. So let's jump into it. So gold, silver prices up, FOMC minutes on deck. So gold and silver prices are moderately higher in early U.S. trading Wednesday. There are lingering geopolitical matters that have many traders and investors looking for the safe haven metals as an investment. December gold futures were up last to $8.20 an ounce, and December COMEX silver prices were up 19 cents at $17.89 an ounce. And this is definitely true. Lingering geopolitical matters definitely have people worried, and that's when they start investing into precious metals. And the worse it gets, the quicker it happens. And right now, it looks like we're going to start seeing a rally from the precious metals market. So Asian stocks were mostly weaker overnight, with European shares were mostly up. The U.S. stock indexes are pointed toward solidly higher openings when the New York day session begins. Risk appetite has ticked up a bit midweek on reports China says it's still open to a trade deal despite the latest U.S. sanctions imposed on the nation this week. There are also reports the U.S. and China may soon reach a limited deal, which President Trump has said he would not accept. Which trade negotiations between the world's two largest economies taking place in Washington, D.C. this week. Many market watchers are still very skeptical on the two nations that can reach any kind of agreement anytime soon. And this is going to definitely affect prices, whether the outcome is, good or bad. If the outcome is bad, then precious metals will definitely rise more. The longer that this negotiation keeps getting, put back or just getting shut down, it's going to scare more people. More people are going to be skeptical and worried. And when this panic sets in to the markets, especially the markets, then they start to rise. Especially precious metals, which capitalizes off of it the most. Stock markets usually are more volatile, but we also do see, a lot of fluctuating prices with every market across the map. But anyways, the U.S. data point of the day is the Federal Reserve's FOMC minutes that are due to open at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, which it's 1:26 right now. So Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell on Tuesday said in a speech that the Fed will be purchasing more securities in an effort to keep short-term lending markets more liquid. The marketplace deemed his speech Tuesday as leaning toward the dovish side of the U.S. monetary policy. Powell gives another speech Monday. FOMC minutes deemed dovish by the marketplace would most likely boost gold and silver prices. So we're 30 minutes away from this right now, so by the time this video goes up, it's probably going to be around 2 o'clock Eastern time or Eastern Standard Time. So this is definitely going to be affecting prices. So by the time this video goes up, you will definitely start to see silver probably rise a little bit more. Hopefully it gets to that $18 range, and like I said earlier in the video, once it hits that $18 threshold, that's usually when prices really start to rise, not only from the FOMC meeting, not only from the US-China trade wars, but also just from the profits that can come from precious metals as well, just the investors actually gaining faith in the market again. So anyways, NYMEX crude oil prices are firmer and trading around $53 a barrel today. And reports said Saudi Arabia's oil capacity will be back to normal by November or before, following the early missile attack on major Saudi oil installations. So if you guys missed that, which you probably didn't, Saudi Arabia's oil fields were attacked, and it was originally they said that it was only going to take a couple weeks to get to the installation back in place. So oil prices really weren't affected too much, but then they said it's going to take several months, and this scared a lot of people. Oil shot up a lot, and now it's saying it's going to be up by November. So this is good news for oil. It's definitely something that I was keeping an eye on, because it definitely affects the prices of precious metals as well, because you need oil to be digging out these precious metals out of the ground. So The other key outside market sees the US dollar index slightly down in early US trading, which also affects prices. Dollar index, when it's stronger, this usually pushes precious metals prices down, but when the dollar is weaker, this usually pushes precious metals prices up. So since it is slightly down, it's going to be interesting to see where precious metals end at the end of the day. I mean, I definitely think that gold and silver are going to be substantially higher in the next couple days for the given reasons in this video, and you're just looking at the historical patterns of it and knowing how the economy works. So other U.S. economic data due for release Wednesday includes the weekly MBA mortgage application survey, monthly wholesale trade, and the weekly DOE liquid energy stocks report. So technically, the gold bulls have the overall near-term technical advantage. Still, a 4-week-old downtrend line is in place on the daily bar chart. Bulls' next upside price objective is to produce a close in December futures above solid resistance at $1,543. Bears' next near-term downside price breakout objective is pushing December futures price below solid technical support at the week low of $1,465. So we see some support and resistance levels that we'll be keeping an eye on for gold. Now, more specifically, or more importantly, silver. The gold bulls have the near-term technical advantage after a 4-week-old downtrend, which is good because now the bulls do have the advantage. The bears did for a while. We see we see resistance level at $18.50 an ounce. So that's a key area that we have to look for, is that mid $18 range, and then the support levels at $16.94. So it can't drop below that, and if it does, it's going to look bad. But right now it's at $17.75, and it's looking like, especially with more anticipation coming into the FOMC meeting, it's definitely going to keep prices higher. So I'm definitely curious on what factors are going to be influencing silver's price the most right now. I think the FOMC meeting and also the outcome of the U.S.-China trade negotiations is going to be highly influencing the prices, most likely for the better. And I definitely think of this because right now President Trump said he shut down the agreement or the offer they try to throw at them, which not only is going to keep that going longer, but when people hear about this, when news gets out, it's also going to affect prices. Now, in 30 minutes, when this meeting goes on, even without the anticipation, the results of that is also going to affect prices, and these are things that precious metals capitalize on. It's also why I think precious metals have more stability, because this type of stuff is always going to be going on in the world. It's never going to be resolved. There's always going to be negotiations. There's always going to be controversy. There's always going to be stuff going on. There's always going to be drama, which always scares people. And the more people fear the markets or fear the economy and society isn't at ease or isn't satisfied, then there's going to be higher prices in precious metals, and this is only going to keep getting worse and worse, especially as the dollar's crashing more, as the recession's coming. So this is stuff you need to think about when you're thinking about your investments, especially whether you're investing into stocks, whether you're investing into bonds, options markets, futures contracts, ETFs, or precious metals. Now, precious metals, in my opinion, is definitely the smartest and the safest, with the most opportunity and the most potential for the given reasons. But obviously, you can diversify and make profits whichever way you choose. Now, I am curious to hear where you guys think prices are going to be going. Do you think the FOMC meeting is going to negatively or positively affect precious metals prices, and why? I always love giving context when your answers, if you're going to explain yes, then, or if you're going to say yes, then explain why. If you're going to say no, explain why, because that really gives a different perspective, new information into your opinions, and you might prove a fact or prove a point that maybe we didn't think about, and that would definitely help not only me but everyone else in the videos or in the comments sections below as well. This is a community, and I really want us to be able to spread our opinions respectively and be able to talk about this. I want my channel to be a platform where we could discuss silver prices, throw things at each other and try to figure out what the best strategy is or what the best plan is, where the best direction is to go from here. Because there is a lot of stuff going on in the economy right now, and it's hard to tell what is going to be affecting prices to what extent. So this is definitely something where the more people that can throw some ideas out there, the better off we're going to be. So anyways, I do hope you guys enjoy this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button. Like I said, the link will be in the description if you want to check it out. Sometimes I just highlight the main parts of the article. This one I basically did go over because it was shorter, but I will be keeping you guys updated on the FOMC meeting and everything else. So if you do want to stay tuned or keep on a day-to-day basis, stay up to date with what's happening in the world of precious metals, make sure to subscribe to this channel because I will do that. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.